All right, I'm gonna do a video on how I clean my cat box. I know, totally exciting. But if you're wondering, it's quite clever, and I only have to do it once a month. Now I have 4 cats, and if you have 4 cats, you can expect to clean a standard cat box daily, which I don't know about you, but that gets to be a bit tiresome. So the solution that I came up with was use what you got, and I happen to have a 4-foot by 8-foot tilapia grow bed that I had created, and I wasn't ever going to finish it, so I took it and buried it in the ground, and I'll show you that in a second. All right, so how do my cats get to their litter box? Well, they come through that hole in the wall, and then they proceed. I don't know if you can see, you probably can't see it. Well, we'll just have to open this up here. Now don't be trying to get out, cat. Don't be trying to get out. All right, so they come through that hole, proceed up this ramp, which is carpeted for their little paws so they can grip. Look at this. They have just shredded that with their claws, just shredded it. Now this section here I built some time ago, maybe 5 years ago. It's enclosed, it's underneath the patio, obviously. And then I expanded operations. So you can see that they can go up this ramp over here through the little sky tunnel, right? Hello, kitty. Okay, all right, they go through the sky tunnel. Yeah, they go through there, down through this little maze. There's vert display. There he goes. Yep, up through there. Ta-da! Oh, and off he's going to the other level. Then they go through this tunnel here, which then ends up into the cat litter box. And as I said, this is a 4-foot by 8-foot, probably 2 feet deep, and it's just filled with play sand from your local landscaping company. So in order to clean this thing, what I do, I keep some wood on top of here just to keep all this stuff from getting down inside their litter. Okay, so it's just sitting up there. We'll take that off now, and I'll show you how I clean it. And like I said, once a month is all it's required. How are we doing here? So far, so good? Okay, great. This just is there for blocking. Alright, if I take my eye off this thing for a second, they will come booking on through here. So I block their entrance into there so they can't go sneaking out. All right, as you can see, it needs to be cleaned. And the basic process is you rake it and then scoop, and then we dump it up here, and then we vacuum up what's left, and I'll show you that in detail here. Okay. All right, as I was saying, you're gonna take the dirt and pour it up here, just like so. Yeah, and you're gonna get a lot of dust, but essentially they act as a screen, so what's left is cat poop, and the sand just falls through. Okay, now I've been doing this for close to 5-6 years now. None of the cats have died. Nothing horrible has happened as a result, and I've replaced the sand probably 2 or 3 times already. As far as it being sanitary and whatnot, it just works. They love it. Now over here in this section here, you'll see that there's dirt on the ground, but it's hard packed clay. And while we do have one cat who's kind of stupid, doesn't quite get the principle of the cat box over there, and so he'll leave little nuggets here and there, and I just go in there and vacuum those up, and it's Problem solved. Now, while it's only once a month, you can expect to move probably 200 or 300 pounds of sand here, because everything has to get raked over, then scooped and shoveled and dumped in there. And then this section here will then get shoveled up and dumped. So you'll have big mounds, and you have to basically move all of this dirt as much as you can in order to get it all sifted through there and cleaned up. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you know, it does, you know, if you're gonna do it, might as well do it right, huh? So that's the system I got going on there, and it works out pretty good. Now, on a windy day, it's good because as you'll see, there's a lot of dust, and you really don't want to be breathing it, because it's probably, I don't know, urine soaked, and it's got feces. It's nasty, so just try not to breathe it. You know what I'm saying? And also, this really only works here in Arizona, because I know up in the northern climates the poop will stay fresh and gooey for a very long time, whereas here those are hard nuggets, and you'll see when I vacuum them up, they sound like they're rocks going through the vacuum. So let's do that now. So as far as cost goes, I've completely forgotten what it costs to do cat litter. It's probably, I don't know, it's $25 or something like that for a good gallon bucket. Who knows? I can't remember. But like I said, it's like $40 to get a full ton of place sand. So $40, it lasts at least 2 years, and you don't have to keep buying it. So, it just makes financial sense to do it this way. But, I know some of you may have concerns. Of course, if you're up in a northern climate where it rains all the time, this is probably not going to work for you. But here in Arizona, it works out great. So let me show you how the vacuum setup I got here. This is the vacuum I use. It's dedicated for this purpose only. It just sits over there, and when I'm ready to use it, I bring it out here, suck up all of the poop off of the screen, and then I just take the bottom portion out to the alleyway and dump it in the trash, and away we go. So there are different types of seasons, obviously, here in Arizona, where you'll get these type of pods that drop down, and they don't vacuum up too well. So that's why I keep it covered, to avoid having those pods ending up down in the sand. Yeah, so let me just get this vacuuming done real quick. And add more. Now, wet sand has a tendency to be a problem, so you want to wait until it's pretty dry. Can't breathe. Yeah, we're just raking it up. Yeah, we got some wet layers in here. Makes it a little difficult. Alright, so yeah, I basically just rake it all over on one side and then scoop it. I'm already huffing. So I won't bore you with the whole process, but basically, we're creating a big mound there and shoveling it and then vacuuming it. Rinse and repeat. It's a good workout. So I don't try to get all of the sand out. I'm trying to basically remove some of the sand as I go along. So when it gets down low enough, I know it's time to bring in a new batch. But I just want to say, if you do this, your wife will love you, because having 4 cats and having to clean a cat box every day is a burden that I wouldn't want to place on anybody, to be honest with you. So if you like being appreciated and saving your wife some hassles, then this is the way to go. I personally, I couldn't stand the smell of the cat boxes, and they take up a lot of real estate. If you have 4 cats, you're going to have at least 2 boxes, maybe 3. And I've done all of the different iterations where we had the fancy cat box, that was plumbed up to the toilet and had water and chemicals, and it was a joke. We got rid of that thing. We've had the mechanical type that self-clean, so to speak. Yeah, they don't work. When you got 4 cats, they they use the damn thing all the time, and it goes in streaks, So sometimes it jams up the machine and it can't even handle it. So yeah. And then of course, when the cat box gets full, what do the cats start doing? Yeah, they start pissing in the corners of your house and leaving little turds in your bed and all kinds of good stuff. So you want to keep it clean. This is a method I found that they love. They love coming out here and digging in the sand, and they're kind of nasty. They roll in it, but they clean themselves. So yeah, I'm not going to put you through watching the whole process, but you get the gist of how this works, I hope. Okay, so we're done pretty much. Yeah, it took me about 30 minutes to do all that work, minus the filming. So 30 minutes out of once a month is very nice compared to, the process of scooping out the litter box. It's just a pain. So this is much superior to that. Now, this was a prototype that I built, and I wasn't sure if it was going to be a good long-term solution. It turns out it is, but there are several improvements that I would like to make to this system, and that is I would like to make it as tall as this one over here. Maybe not necessarily 8 feet tall, but at least tall enough for me to stand up in. So it would need to be 6 feet tall or higher. And then I would build a screen system similar to this. So you can see it's doubled up the screen, which makes it much harder for the poop to go through, but the sand goes through perfectly, no problem. So I'd have a double screen set up permanently inside there. I wouldn't have to be flipping this thing open, and I could just walk inside and shut the gate and do my work. And that's that. I might do that in the near future, because this one is getting a little tired. The hinges are starting to come loose and the wood is warped, and yeah, it's tired. So I would probably, first off, cats love lizards, right? And this wall attracts lizards, and so I would want to build this thing right up against the wall so they can have the joy of pouncing on lizards to their heart's content. You might be asking yourself, does this setup stink? Does it attract flies? Do you have all kinds of bugs around here? Turns out not so much. I don't know why. Well, I kind of know why. I mean, cats love to catch flies and other bugs and that kind of thing. So any flies that would be accumulating over the cat litter box here are going to meet an early demise, because you got cats coming in here all the time looking for insects. They just love to capture insects. So that and lizards and anything else they can pounce on. So no, it doesn't stink. It only stinks when you churn it up, like you're raking the whole thing over to one side, and then you're scooping it and passing it through the filters or the screens, and then you're vacuuming it up. You might get a whiff of ammonia, but that's about it. And otherwise, you can be sitting out here on your patio enjoying the afternoon, and you don't even know it's there. So it works out really good. What else? Yeah. The trees dumping their leaves on it, that's about the only issue that needs, you just got to cover it up. But other than that, it's great. So now you might be wondering, how much poop did you get out of there? Well, this is actually my second bucket full. The first one was already full of leaves and stuff, so probably add twice as much as what we got here, which, it's not that much. It's probably, 2-3 pounds worth. Yeah, so that's that. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.